report, we'll discuss about a report with the parameters. How do you register a report with the parameters, and we'll try to use a concept called value set. The first basic thing what we try to do is let us design a report. Okay.
Sridhar, it's breaking. Hello? Voice is breaking.
Okay. I'll try to be slow. Okay.
Can you just type on?
Yeah. I'll type it. The first thing is, so the sample which we would like to discuss today is design a report. Design a report with item number and input. Okay. And this particular functionality.
Okay, report with parameters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So item belongs to SCM model. Okay. Item master. So we have to remember these all tables. Okay. So like in the last during our demo also we discussed, like as a technical consultant, what are the modules we require to know, and we discussed the order to O2C and the P2P cycle, right? So here this was the item which a particular, like the customer buys from the company, and even the customer procures the Oracle guide procures the item from the third party vendors. This was the item. So in which table this item gets stored. So let us just see some of the tables. What are the tables which we do during our report, during our training will be every time I try to introduce a new table. So you have to dig on it and find out what is this table is all about, what
Hello,
is the
Sridhar.
column.
Hello? Hello? I cannot hear properly. It's breaking.
Leo, are you using headphones?
Why? I don't know.
Are you using
Yeah,
headphones?
I have on my. Yeah.
Okay. So
You
what
can
I,
hear me clearly?
yeah, I can hear you properly.
I don't know why from your side it's breaking. Hello?
Yeah, Leo, I can hear you. Can you hear me properly?
Okay. Now it's okay. Okay.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, like, whenever we do sample, every time I will try to introduce a new table, and you have to practice on that particular table. Nothing but you have to find out what information it gets stored in the table, what are the columns are there, what are the relevance of this particular table in Oracle
No,
ERP.
no, I cannot. I cannot hear.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear, but it's breaking. When you continuously tell something, I cannot hear some sentence in between. That's the problem. So I cannot get to tell you.
Anyway, let me design a report.
Hello?
Let me design a report with the parameter, okay? Is it okay? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
So I'm just designing a report with a parameter, okay?
You are going to build a create a report. Okay.
So I will go with the manual option, create a report in a manual way, build a report manually. Click on OK.
Actually, one more thing, Sridhar, my report builder, there is some issue. When I start my report builder, it's showing an error. Like 1 second, I'll tell you what is the error. Just hold on. I tried to create a report yesterday, and I couldn't make it. Yeah, unable to create a temporary file. An error is coming.
Oh, okay.
REP0118.
Okay. See, when you build a report, there should be there is some permission issue, I guess. Okay.
Okay, so what should I do on that?
No, no,
How?
no. I will just report to the DBS. They have to rectify it.
Okay. Okay, just
You would have,
report them so I
you would
can
have,
practice it.
no, you would have sent me the mail, right? I would have done it already. You just need to send an email whenever you get an error.
Oh, okay.
You need not wait for till the class, right? You just send me an email, I forward to other people. That's it.
Okay, no problem. Okay, continue. So 1 second, see that today, now it's clear. Can you just repeat what you said? So you're going to create a report with parameters.
Yeah, the sample which we discussed today is like I will design a report with a parameter. With a parameter.
Okay.
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 So it is almost similar to the yesterday, but you'll find some a little bit difference. It's almost similar,
Okay.
but a little bit different. Why? Because every time whenever I create a sample, I will try to introduce a new table. Whenever I create a report, we'll try to introduce a new table. So we'll get some overview of the Oracle ERP tables also. That is the main reason.
Okay. Okay.
So let me save the report first of all. Item details, save it,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
and first of all construct the report. So let's start from MPL. So this is the table name.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is the
Okay.
input we will consider? We will consider inventory item ID as an input. We will consider inventory
This is which responsibility? This MTL MTL comes under which module?
supply chain management.
Okay.
This is what I wrote.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now we'll pass the item as an input. We'll pass
Okay.
T underscore item underscore ID. Okay. Consider this query in our data model. Copy the query. Go to the report builder, and here click on SQL query. So just press OK. What happens is it will automatically create a parameter with this particular name. It will automatically
Okay.
create a parameter with this particular name. So we need not recreate
Okay.
it again. Just simply click OK and just connect it.
Okay.
That's it. The query has created the bind parameter T underscore item underscore ID. Now you see this is a parameter. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Mm.
And the next functionality is like a design of our data model, sorry,
Mm.
report layout. So go to the paper layout and just
Mm.
design the appropriate information. So we will take a frame, take the boilerplate,
Okay.
and create a repeating frame. So repeating frame may not be required, but it's okay.
Mm.
It is required, sorry, required. So just assign the data,
Mm.
G underscore inventory ID, and
Mm.
now just create a set of fields. Let's create a field, sorry, create a field. We'll have 4 fields and 2, 3, and have the field. Uh,
Mm.
4 fields. So we'll have item ID,
Okay.
item number,
Okay.
automation ID, and description. So functional wise, we have not yet discussed anything about the ERP because we just want to concentrate initially about technical and then we can discuss more on functionality also. The functional
Okay.
functionality purpose, the modules and those kind of things. But initially
Okay.
just we have to have a navigation, we have to know what is the basic core architecture, then we can discuss more on the functional area also.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, first thing is item ID. The item ID column will get stored in the inventory item ID. The column name is inventory item ID. Just take it inventory item ID. And but how do you know like on what basis I can say that like this particular column will store this information as? See, that is what it takes some time to understand. Initially, like this is how
Mm-hmm.
we have to follow. But there are some other sources that from where we can find out that information. That also I'll try to tell you. But initially, just simply concentrate only on these areas. And the item
Okay.
number will be stored in the column segment 1,
Mm-hmm.
and then organization ID, of course, it is stored in the organization ID. There is a column called org underscore ID or maybe organization ID,
Okay.
organization underscore ID. And now the description, I think it will store in the description, or else maybe item description.
Hmm. Okay.
That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's run the report. Control Shift R, right? Enter some item number, item ID, and
Yeah.
right, we could see the data. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there are some particular items with the same item number, but if you see, there's a difference in the organization ID. There's a difference in the organization ID. They have the same
Yeah.
item. I think we have mentioned some column name wrong here. It should be inventory item ID. I just mentioned some flag here. See, something wrong.
Ah, okay.
It should be inventory item ID.
Okay. Okay.
Run it. Right? Now we can see 45 and
Hmm.
item number is for something and organization ID and then item description. That's it.
Hmm.
So now the remaining process again you have to remember, like whenever you are trying to register a report for the Oracle ERP, so remember, right,
Hmm.
like we have to have the parameters as well as triggers. So
Yeah.
first of
Yeah.
all, create a parameter.
Yeah.
This is all manual, else it will not compile the instance.
Hmm. Yeah. So
Yeah,
request
underscore
underscore
class
ID.
underscore request ID and
ID. Yeah.
triggers. So I don't remember.
Yeah. Trigger. Before
So
report trigger and after
yeah,
report trigger.
right. So if you don't remember what you do, best always you just have a notepad, you save all the information there and always try to copy from there.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is the easiest approach. So rather than just always have a notepad handy pad and you just store the relevant information and just have the
Yeah.
steps also because initially
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
takes some time to have it changed, right? So
Whatever report we create, we will follow these steps. Mandatory.
compulsory, yes,
These steps are
mandatory.
mandatory. Oh,
Like I
okay.
think
Okay.
during our design also we I think I sent you a notepad, right? Like what are the steps we have to follow.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So now item details, go to the status, before trigger, before
Hmm.
report as well as after report. F11,
Yeah.
F11 is the shortcut to open the PL SQL compiler editor
Yeah. Okay.
for the initialization, compile, and then after report
After.
F11 and then
Hmm.
exit,
Yeah.
compile. So that's it. And one more thing is once you add up this particular code, you cannot run the report.
Hmm.
Once you add up this particular installation logic, you cannot it's not allowed to run the report, and even if you try to run the
Yeah.
report, it will give some comparison
Yeah.
error. Now let us say
Yeah.
enter
Yeah.
autom
Yeah.
ID, just run it, it says some comparison error. That is why.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whenever you sometimes let us say when you get an error,
Once you finish the report only, we have to
uh,
add these things.
but let us say if you want to do still, if you want to test it, what you can do, just open the editor and just comment it. You just comment it and you
Ah.
can
Yeah.
compile.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
other way
Yeah.
you have to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Now let's again compile. Don't run, just compile and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
save it, and move the latest code to the middle tier. So now you understand
Yeah.
what is middle tier, right?
Yeah. WinZip. Yeah. When WMS.
Yeah. So you have to go to the F&E top report folder,
Yeah.
RIS. If you don't know the path, what you do is just Control P, open the
Putty.
putty,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
echo F&E top. That's it. As of
Yeah.
now, just
Appendix.
work on only the F&E top because it's an easier way to understand. Later on, we can design a report for different modules also. As
Okay.
of
Okay.
now,
Okay.
simply go with this particular module only.
Yeah. Okay.
Go this place and you can also add up the shortcut add
Mhm.
and OK. Here open the reports folder
Yeah.
and click on US. So now this is the folder where you have to
Yeah.
remove a report. On the left side,
Yeah.
open your desktop.
Yeah. Desktop. And
I can do it.
copy it from the local machine to the middle.
Yeah, F5 is a shortcut. Now the next step is we have to register our report. So go to application developer, so concurrent, and the first thing is executable. The first thing is executable.
Get
So
over. Yeah.
I will go with the same name, no confusion at all, have the same name.
Yeah.
We'll discuss more
Yeah.
about it
Yeah.
later. Okay, do not concentrate
Yeah.
as of
Okay.
now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So here what is the application name I have to mention?
Application object library.
Perfect. So why should we mention application object library?
Because this FND top is in
Right. So this
application.
F&D, like we have moved our report to the F&D top. So this F&D
Yeah.
top
Yeah.
belongs to application name,
Application
application
object
object
library.
library. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, save it. And the next
Yeah.
is
Same.
go to concurrent program and here
Yeah.
just mention the executable name. tab out,
Yeah.
and here give the style as A4, and give the
Yeah.
output as HTML or PDF and
Yep.
import.
Okay.
And now short name also same thing as COVID. Here give the application or again.
Yes.
And now item details report. Now, so there is one more thing pending here. Here if you observe, we have added extra parameters. So we have a button called parameters.
Oh.
Before closing this window, what you do is
Okay.
just click on parameters. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
we can mention the list of parameters because there is no limit to the number of parameters where you can keep to your report, right? We can add up any number of parameters, but we have to
Yeah.
provide a
Yes.
linkage between your parameter as well as the report what we have
Oh.
done. So what is our
Okay.
parameter name? So go to your report, find out the parameter name.
Hmm. P underscore item ID.
Yeah.
Item underscore ID.
So one more thing is this item ID should be number data type. So we have mentioned the
Okay.
character, so better
Okay. Okay.
change it to number.
Number. Okay.
Yeah. So number and compile, move it again. Okay. Move the report again. With it. And always remember the naming convention, always follow with the exec because we should not replace the existing
Yeah.
object. The worst
Yeah.
case
Okay.
scenario, this will become a problem for other developers and even the system to the system itself. So that is why
Hmm.
always start with your own naming convention. Always have exits followed by any client name and then you can decide. And the next thing is
Okay.
we have coming to the program. So here we have to mention the sequence. In which sequence you want to list down the parameters to the user at runtime. So we'll just give one because we only have one parameter. So we can give this simply one. And here we just need to mention what is our parameter name.
Okay.
So I'll go with the same name. Sorry, this was the
P
parameter.
underscore
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
P underscore item underscore ID.
Yeah. So copy item ID. Okay. Now what is the prompt you want to show? You can just mention enter inventory item ID. So this is a prompt. And what is a token? The token means here what exactly happens is this is the parameter which is relevant for the content program, nothing but your variable name. And this
Mm-hmm.
variable name will be assigned to this variable. So this variable belongs to your RDF report. This variable belongs to your RDF report. So what is it? Not to have much confusion, better always mention the token as well as parameter and same thing. That's it.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay.
So description maybe for your reference purpose, you can just have saying as some description. Inventory item ID.
Hmm. Okay.
And coming to the value set, what exactly value set is all about? The value set is nothing but when you're running the report, now we want to display this particular parameter as an input parameter to the user. But what is the data you're expecting? So whenever you have some data, always the data type, the corresponding data type should be there, whether it's a number, character,
Mm-hmm.
or the date, what
Mm-hmm.
is this all about? So that is why
Okay.
value set is nothing but a data type. As of now, consider value set as a data type, that is one functionality. And also,
Okay.
if you see the name value set, nothing but it provides a set of values also. Not only data type restriction, but it also provides list of values also. But that is the next functionality which comes in our next topic. But as of now,
Okay.
consider the value set as a data type purpose only.
Data type.
Yeah,
Okay.
initially. There are lot number of functionalities of value set. So now just
Okay. Okay.
open it and here just type percentile, number percentile.
Number. Okay.
So it just
Okay.
shows some set of data types which are relevant for this one. So I'll just go with 10 number like this.
Okay.
And now
Okay.
click on OK. So a 10-digit number, positive number, 3 times. 3 fields with no value. Something like that. That's a description. So by default,
Okay.
there is some set of valid value sets which are already available. So we do not create new things as of now. Okay. Now we
Uh-huh.
can also
Okay.
restrict required. Yes, we want it is a required
Yeah.
parameter.
Hmm.
That's it. So save it. Now to close the report, close this program window, close it. Now the next thing is we have to navigate to system administrator. So click on switch responsibility, go to system administrator,
Yeah.
right? And then where we have to go?
Security.
Yeah,
Security.
yeah, security,
Responsibility.
perfect, and
Define.
request,
Define.
request. Okay,
Ah,
go to
request. Yes.
request.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
F11, F control F11. That's it. So here just add up here, just mention the report name.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
let us say now if it is already full, right? Let us say if it got full, but how do you add up a record is just simply anywhere, just go click on anywhere and click on plus symbol, just add record.
Okay.
That's it. So you create a new recording.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Sorry. So that's it. Close it. Now go to application developer, alt double, go to application developer. Now run the report. Click on
Uh,
view. See, here you all always have a shortcut. Can you see F? Under F you have a
yeah.
underscore. Right? Just press Alt and V. Alt V. And then
Okay. Okay.
Alt R. So Alt V R. Then now we want to submit a new request. What do you do? Just Alt N. That's it. Alt N. Now if you want to
All.
okay, see this underscore you have to observe.
Okay.
Underscore. Now just press
Okay.
Alt O. Alt O. That's it.
Uh,
So now
okay.
type your report name, just tab out, it will show the list, select the appropriate list. Now see here, it is asking the inventory item ID, right? If you don't enter,
Hmm.
it will not allow you to run the report. Now let's say I
Yeah.
enter 45,
45.
Alt O,
Okay.
Alt M, and Alt N. That's it.
Okay.
And for find you don't have shortcut, just you have to click on it. That's it. You got the result. You just click on view output, you have to see the result.
Okay.
Got it? So
Yeah.
again,
Okay.
some
Okay.
font issue, but it should work generally. In the real time not save, but what we can do is let us say, like it is giving some font issues for the PDF, right? So let us go with the
Yeah.
plain text. Let us change the data to plain text, the output format to the plain text. What you do is go to content program, open the program,
Hmm.
and here what you do is just give the output as text. That's it.
Hmm.
It's a better option as well.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Save it, close it, and open the
Hmm.
run the report again. Alt view,
Okay.
alt,
VM.
alt n, alt go. And you have an option called copy also. Let us say if you don't want to enter all the parameters and if you want to show you want to execute the program with the previous set of parameters, what you can do? Click on copy and show the list of previous requests which you already run. So now you just
Ah.
execute a recent in this parameter. Let us say rather than
Oh.
re-entering all the parameters, just simply click on OK. That's it.
Okay.
Now click on submit.
Submit. Okay.
Click on no. Fine. Refresh. Now whenever you run the request, always to generate a new request file. So we got some error and so let's see what is the error. Click on view log and it says that P2 has no size and is equal to 0. See what is B underscore 2? It's nothing but somewhere in the text field. So the B underscore 2 is nothing but your normal text parameter. Can you see B underscore 1, B underscore 2, all these things.
Hmm.
So some label issues it is just raising it. Always make sure that like these all the things are inside appropriate form. Yeah, they're
Mhm.
inside a
Yeah.
form only.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's try with changing the report to the HTML output. Generally, we should not give these errors, but it happens.
Mhm.
I'll go with HTML, save it,
Hmm.
run the report again.
Okay.
Better I'll just type it, enter the ID, click on submit. Click on the output, click on view output, still same issue, same font issue.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, click on here, right? Let us say I'll go to some other font. It's because of there are some particular proprietary issues with the font. That's why sometimes it gets these kind of issues. I'll go with the Times New Roman Times with this one. Compile, save it, and move the report to the instance. See, and refresh. Okay, so the major thing is like we just saw how to run a report with the parameters. That was the major interest for today's
Yeah.
sample. Okay,
Okay.
so it means that like you could not get a time to practice on any of the report, right?
Hmm.
See, now we got the data, right? Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
So better they use the Times New Roman.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Nirvana. Okay.
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 Okay. So the next functionality which we want to discuss in the report is like as of now we have seen a sample, a report-based logic, right?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
the next functionality what we would like to do is like we can take multiple parameters. For that one, it's again the same logic is very quite easy,
Okay.
not much
Okay.
difficult.
Hmm.
Now we have to know the triggers concept. Like we have been using what is triggers, right? Like before report trigger, after report
Before
trigger,
after report trigger. Okay.
right? Before report as well as after report.
Yeah.
So the major logic generally is what we do is like this particular triggers will have much important role when you want to dynamically bind the query also. But as of now, the before report as well as after report, generally we use it for the purpose of initialization. Sometimes what may happen
Uh-huh.
is if it is a very important report and always you want to monitor who is running the report. What we do is the before report logic, we'll just
Uh-huh.
call some PLSQL API and we'll just try to validate it or you just write a program to insert some data in the database table saying that okay this is the user who is running the report and from this location some log information will do it. And after report if you want to find out like some particular logic like this particular report has run it from this location and so on the time something like that and you use the after
Hmm.
report logic. Major to the times, what we do is the before report, we just try to write the initialization logic, and it all depends upon the requirement. And now, as of now, if you observe, like in our interviews also, most of the time they ask you like how many triggers you have it, what is the purpose of each trigger, and what is the
Hmm.
sequence of execution of each trigger. And if you see
Okay.
overall in the report triggers, so there's a difference between a report trigger as well as format trigger. There is another concept called trigger, but as of now,
Uh-huh.
if you see in the report triggers, how many triggers we have it? We have overall total five triggers. Overall, we have
Right.
five triggers.
Fine.
So,
Yeah.
and the name itself says the functionality. It is not like it is very easy to remember the functionality also. It,
Okay.
the name says that before parameter form. So what it means, before asking for the parameter, this is a
Hmm.
trigger which will get called. And there is another name called after parameter. This will get
Hmm.
called after user entering the parameter. Nothing but before execution of the report, but after the entering of the parameter. That is what the
Hmm.
functionality means. And coming to the
Ah.
before report, so before report is nothing but user has entered all the parameters, and before initialization, nothing but before executing the report, what exactly you
Hmm.
want to do it? Whether you want to send some parameters, whether you want to initialize
Hmm.
it, and this is the report which it will be executed. And between
Hmm.
pages, the name says between pages, nothing but for every now when a report is generated, we don't know how many
Hmm.
pages it will generate, right? We don't know how many pages it will
Yeah.
generate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
for every page, this will generate a trigger. For every page, it will generate a trigger. That is what between pages is. And
Oh.
after report means the name says that after the report, whether you want to clear the memory or whether you want to log some data, that is what the after
Hmm.
report is all about. So overall, the report triggers we have five triggers, and each particular trigger will have its own sort of functionality.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And let me write here. So the major functionalities are first thing is report triggers. So we have five triggers what we discussed just now. What are they? Report parameter,
Before parameter.
after parameter,
After parameter. Before trigger.
yeah,
Before report trigger.
yeah, before report
Between
trigger,
page.
Yeah,
report,
between pages.
and
And
after report.
that's it.
After
Very
report.
easy to remember. That's it. Now these are called report triggers. These are called report triggers. And there is another concept called format trigger. There's a concept called format trigger. And what is the purpose of format trigger is like if you want to control the behavior of any item or a boilerplate or any field at runtime, then we can use this particular trigger to render or not. That's about whether you want to show it or not,
Mm-hmm.
to display or not. So this is what we use it for the format trigger purpose. Now let us say based on the user, let us say if manager is running the report, you don't want to show some field. If employee is running the report, you just want to display another field, something like that. So in those cases, we
Uh-huh.
use format triggers. Now generally like manager report will be different and employee report will be different. And you don't try
Yeah,
to
yeah,
design
yeah.
different reports, right? You'll have a
Okay,
single
okay.
report, but at runtime
Okay.
you'll control the fields. That is the way
Oh,
we have
yeah,
to
yeah.
reuse it. We don't want
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
and in the development environment, we should never try to increase the number of components. We just need to
Mm.
try to do like from the existing components. If does not satisfy, then we have to design new components.
Mm.
Most of the time,
Okay.
we'll have a requirement like this. If employee, what is the report? If manager, what is the report? If department is
Yeah,
coming,
yeah.
so what is the report like that? So that
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what format trigger is all about. So, but anyway,
Okay.
I'll show you the sample of format trigger, not now, but later on. Now,
Okay.
now the concentration is on the parameter, right? The parameter what we discussed as of now, that's called bind parameter. The parameter what we discussed just now, like the item inventory item ID, that is called bind
Okay.
parameter.
Bind parameters.
Yes.
Okay.
Why it is called bind parameter? Because we are binding the input parameter to the data model. That is why it's called bind parameter.
Data model. Okay.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
there is another
Okay.
parameter called lexical parameter here. And I'll try to send you the slides also, but I'm just writing here now. But I'll try to send you some slides which are already available with me. I'll send you them. So now coming to the other parameter, it's called lexical parameter. So now before discussing lexical, we are clear with what is bind parameter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Coming to the lexical parameter, what is the purpose of lexical parameter and what is the difference between bind parameter as well as lexical parameter? The basic thing is, first of all, lexical parameter is used for the purpose of changing the where clause of the query at runtime. So this is a major functionality of the lexical parameter. But how do we change it? That is a major importance now. The
Okay.
first thing is
Uh-huh.
the functionality of a lexical parameter is used for the purpose of changing the where clause of the query at runtime. That is a major
Yeah.
thing. Now, how do we change it and what is the way we follow? I'll try to show you the practical examples because theoretically, even if I tell you, it's waste. Better have a sample and we can discuss if you have any doubts in that area. Okay. So
Okay.
before discussing about the sample, let me tell you what is the functionality we are expecting with this particular lexical parameter sample.
Okay.
So what we do is, uh, let's say let's say that consider some particular logic. Let's say I have a employee one and employee two. Okay, I
Okay.
have two employees. Assume that I have two employees. Now, what I want to do is, if employee one is trying to generate my report, I just want to get data from department 10. By default, it has to happen. I don't want to. I just want to select. I just want to select who is my employee. If the employee one,
Mm-hmm.
you get the data of department 10. If it is employee belongs to employee two, get the data of department 20. Very simple report. Now here what I'm trying to do is we are not asking the user to enter the department number, but we are just asking, or maybe we are just finding out who is an employee. If it is an employee one, execute the data with the department 10, and if it is employee two, execute the data with the department 20. So let me show you what's the way I'll write it. First of all, write the data model query. So let's start from EMP. It's a very basic table, and in most of your trainings, you'll discuss about EMP table. And this is one of the preferred table in which Oracle, in all the Oracle products, not only in the reports, every Oracle ERP product, even the latest ERP products also, for training purpose, Oracle prefers to use this particular table. Okay. Now what we do is when an employee one logs into the when the employee one is trying to generate the report, we try to execute the report with the department number 10. But
Okay.
this where clause will try to bind it at runtime. Will not mention that one.
Mm. Okay.
This is the expectation. Okay. Now what you do, as
Okay.
of now, I'll just try to only select start from EMP only. The remaining thing has to be binded at runtime. So
Yeah, yeah.
let us go to the report builder and let's see how to write it. So
Okay.
reports manually, and always I prefer to save the report before writing any logic. I'm always mentioning your client name to just have the difference that like we are designing our report. EMP with lexical parameter. RDF. Okay. So take this place, we are very much aware. Now just in the SQL query, enter the query. And now what I will do is, I just mention ampersand p underscore employee type. I just
Okay.
mentioned p underscore employee type. Observe here I mentioned ampersand, not
Yeah.
colon. Colon is for binding, ampersand is for lexical. That is one of the difference.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
So for the bind parameter, it is
Colon.
colon, and for the lexical, it is ampersand.
Ampersand.
That is the
Okay.
difference.
Okay.
Now just mention ampersand and just click on OK. And again, it will also tell that like it is creating a parameter with this particular name. You just ignore that. It says that it has created a lexical parameter. See here. Clearly
Yeah.
it's telling lexical parameter is created. Click on
Oh.
OK.
Okay. Okay.
Now what we have to do? Now at runtime we have to modify the where clause, right? At runtime we have to modify the where clause. But where do you write that remaining logic? That remaining logic has to be written in the report request. Where we have to write? We can write in the after parameter form or maybe before report. Both will work. So we just open your after parameter logic F11. Okay, F11.
Okay.
So now what we have to do? So what is the parameter name?
P underscore EMP type.
Yeah. So now, like we'll consider one more parameter also, which tells you what is the user input type. So what I will do is 1 minute. Let me modify this one. Sorry. Let me modify
Mm.
this one. Here, what I will do is 1 minute. Let me remove this one. Extra one. And here, what I will do is instead of p and the string type, I will say where clause. Like this, I'll write it to understand easily. These are where clause now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just create one more parameter called it's a normal parameter,
Mm.
and we just double click here. Mention that p underscore employee type. So this value user has to type it. This value user has to mention whether it's EMP1 or EMP2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now go to the after parameter. Now what we do is if just write the normal if condition, if PLC logic. If p underscore EMP type is equal to
Mm.
employee1, EMP1, I'm just checking that it's EMP1, then
Mm. Mm.
write the some condition now. Let's say if p underscore colon p underscore where clause is equal to what we want to achieve. So we thought that if it is EMP1, we just want to write where dpt NO is equal to 10. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay.
And what is the other condition? If it is else
P
if
underscore
it is EMP2, then what do you want to do?
the two.
It is department 20.
Department number
20, that's it.
20. Mm.
So this is what we thought of achieving.
Okay.
Compile. No issues. Perfect. Now run the report. Okay, sorry, we don't have layout. We have to construct, right?
Okay.
Anyway, it's not work, but let's have a layout.
Okay.
Now have a repeating thing. Okay. And just have the keys. I'll just have three fields. EAP number, email address, department number.
Okay. Okay.
EMP number, email address, department number. Now let's run the report. Now in the where clause, it is asking where clause also. Don't type anything in the where clause. But in the EMP type, what we have to type? EMP1.
EMP1. Okay.
Run the report. Can you see? We got the data from the EMP1 only.
Hmm.
Now run the report again. Run the report again. This time it is run EMP2 and execute again. It is display the data from the EMP2 only.
Department 20.
Now
Okay.
again run the report without entering anything in the EMP type. Just run the report. What should happen?
Both of them will come?
All the report, all the employees, irrespective of the employees will come, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because
Yeah, both will come.
what is the reason?
Because we are not giving any parameter.
Yeah. So what will happen is, so the where clause, the where clause becomes null. So select star from
Yeah.
EMP followed by null. So nothing but no where condition at all. No where condition at all. So it will execute the
Yeah.
page query without any where clause. It will get all the data.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the reason.
Okay. Yeah.
So one more thing you have to remember here. Now if you register the report, what is the parameter you have to register? Whether you have to register two parameters or single parameters.
It's, two parameters.
See,
No.
yeah.
This
So
is a
not,
lexical.
yeah, lexical should not be registered. Only the
Okay.
yeah. So because lexical is internal logic overall, so we should not allow user
Okay.
to
Got
enter
it.
it. We should not allow
Yeah.
user to enter it. That's internal logic only relevant to the developer. Okay. So that is the concept
Okay.
of lexical parameter. This is very much important logic, but I have shown you a very simple way. But later on, maybe you can design complex samples. But this is how we have to.
Complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Initially, like this, to start with, this is one of the easiest way to understand the logic.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. So shall we proceed further or?
Uh, time. Yeah. You can. Now you have to register this. No, that also we can continue.
Okay, sure. See, why I'm just asking is because I just want you to run at least one report because you did not get a chance, right? So you just need to have the feel of that. How do you register all those things? Now we'll just start the registration process of this report. Okay. So the same thing. We understood content request ID, all those things.
Request underscore ID. Okay.
Okay.
Then
Go to
yeah.
report.
Report trigger.
Report. And
Yeah.
here in the notepad we
Copy
already
paste.
have it. So I'll just copy
Yeah.
this
Copy paste.
and after report.
Yeah. Same copy paste.
No, we did yeah. SRW exit. For that one, it is initialization, and after report, it is exit.
Now compile the report.
Yeah. Control Shift K
Yeah.
and save it.
Yeah. Now you have to put it
And
to
one
VMS.
more thing is for the Times New Roman, it was not giving a font issue, right? So let's convert that. Okay. Control A,
Okay.
Control A,
Okay.
and select Times New Roman.
Okay. Save it. Okay. Okay. Copy. हो गया executable. Okay. Okay. Application object library. Okay. Application object library. Okay. Okay.
Different parameters. Now just enter only the first parameter. What was the EMP type?
Yeah. E underscore EMP underscore type.
Yeah. Okay. Now here this
Okay.
has to match the token. This has to match the
Yeah.
token and the prompt.
Employee type. Okay.
And make sure that it's case sensitive. So I'll just better type it like this for a reference purpose. This plus is 25, and now this should be in character. So this search with character. Search the value set with the character. So we have 10 characters, something like that. You can just go with this one, 10 characters.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, sorry, 100 characters. It's okay, still it works, okay?
The required. You have to fix the required.
Yeah, it's required. Okay,
Okay.
close it. And now we have to go to system administrator. And here, we can also have a shortcut for your form. Now, rather than going to security, request, everything, what you do is just,
Yeah. Yeah. Switch user.
yeah,
Switch responsibility.
no, no, we have switched to system administrator now, right? Now I have switched to system administrator. But the system administrator, again, if you want to go to that particular navigation, what we can do is just press Control L. Control L. It
Control
is.
L.
It will ask you the list. It will show you the list of functions which are available throughout your responsibility, irrespective of the menu. It will show you the list of functions which are already available there. Just type it.
Okay.
Request group like this. That's it.
Switch. Okay. Okay.
It's very easy to get it.
Okay. Directly it will go there. Okay.
Right.
Application.
Now see here, it's also totally full, but how do you type it? Just click anywhere, click on this plus symbol,
Plus symbol. Okay.
and
Okay.
that's it. No, no, that's it.
It's together. Okay.
Save it. Now go to application developer, new request, new request. Now here is the lexical parameter logic. Now we just need to type our EMP1. Like this.
Okay.
Sometimes it may take time. It's not because of the key required, it depends on the load of the system. So the training instance, right? So click on view output, but you
Okay.
can try with that other employee also.
So this is like in a company, if a manager clicks this report, he will get a particular thing, report.
Yeah, yeah,
If
we
it's
can
a normal employee, yeah.
we can do those kind of logics also.
Mm-hmm.
We can do what we can do is rather than user alone entering the parameters, what we do is you see here. Let us say I'm a manager EMP1 and you're an employee EMP2. So when you know whether when you know it runs, so we can easily find out who is running the report. That we already have the functionality. When you know who is running the report, what is the need of asking again, right? So what we have to do, but
Yeah.
developer has to write the
Login
logic, right?
itself,
So
yeah, in the
developer,
login itself.
yeah. So what we have to do is the developer has to write the logic in the here in the before the after parameter. What we do is we just try to get some information. Everybody, you may call a PL/SQL function or a PL/SQL. You can write a select query and get who is the EMP type. Now see, we just have the EMP ID. Based on the employee ID, we can find out whether that particular employee is a manager or an employee, and based on that, we can change the where clause here.
Yeah.
That is how we can still do it. There are many ways we can enhance it. It's only a basic
Yes.
logic. So
Yeah.
basic requirements, we can come up with some requirements, we just work on it like that. Because all the 20 and plus department 20 plus.
Okay.
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 So now this is for today, and the next class what we try to do is we'll try to discuss about format triggers.
Format triggers. Okay.
Format triggers. And the next concept which I'd like to discuss is maybe we can get into our XML publisher, or maybe what is other thing which we can discuss is okay. So I will go with the concept called migration. Now let us say now we have registered our report in this particular development instance, right? Now
Yeah.
we have seen what is the registration process, executable, program, request, all these things. So let us say, assume that your report is working fine in the development environment, and asks, the client will ask you that, can you move your report from your development into testing? What is the procedure you have to follow? We will not repeat the same. We will not repeat the same steps there. We will not repeat the same steps there. But how do you migrate it? So there is a very much shortcut under the programmatical tools which are already available, which is provided by ERP. You just need to use those particular tools, migration tools. Generally we call it as FND load. There's a tool called FND load which allows you to download the script, download the loaded data file. I think, but as of now, we have registered content program, content executable, request group, right? With all information.
Uh,
But
yeah.
these particular setups, you need not repeat in the target instance. We using FND load utility, you just need to download the data, and using again same FND load utility, we'll upload the data into target instance. The only thing is, you just need to download and upload.
One minute. Can you just repeat what is the use of this migration? Why we use this migration? Like,
See, like,
can you just repeat that?
no, 1 minute. In a normal software industry, when you design your
Okay.
coding, every client
Okay.
will have a different set of instances, right? Different set of
Okay. Yeah.
instances. Development instance, testing instance,
Uh,
UAT, and production. You know, nobody will try
okay.
directly develop in the production, right? No client will
Okay.
allow you to run the program in the production until unless it is done in the UAT, isn't it?
Uh,
So as a
okay.
developer, what is the instance you have access to only development environment. Generally, it depends on the client.
Hmm.
But I can guarantee that every client will have at least two instances, development as well as production. At least.
Hmm.
But generally, mostly it is development, testing as well as production. Three instances for sure, generally. Most of the clients. But some of the clients will even have five instances also. Development, testing, training, testing, training, then other CP1, CP2, something like that. They have different number of instances. It's the name of the
Oh.
instance. That is what it is all about. Just an instance name.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So now, as a developer, as of now, you just have a development instance. Once you do your program in this development instance, if everything is okay, then you
Hmm.
migrate your program to the next level of instance based on your client.
Hmm. Like once our project is completed, from test we'll put everything to live, right?
Of course, that is called production live. Go
Production
live.
live, yeah.
Yeah.
Go live, yeah.
Live or go live, something
Hmm.
like that.
Uh, uh, uh.
Right? So in normal Oracle ERP projects, not only Oracle ERP, in any of the client projects will have something called implementation as well as support, right? Implementation as
Yeah,
well as project support. Go live
yeah,
support is generally called that. Go live support.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in the go live support, when you get a bug, what you do? Will you get directly fix in the production? You will not fix in the production directly.
No, no, no.
You have to fix it in the testing or maybe the development, then again move it to the
Yes,
production.
yes,
Maybe in the
yeah,
worst case, maybe they'll do it directly, but generally that is not the case.
yeah,
It's very rare case scenario. Got it?
yeah. Got it.
So that is the migration which we'll discuss and the format triggered. And after this one, we'll discuss about XML report. That's a very interesting topic. XML or generally we call it as template builder report.
Template builder report.
It's very much important as well as very much easy also.
Okay,
Very interesting topic. Okay.
okay, okay.
Well, okay. So we'll stop here and we'll discuss
Yeah, we'll.
it.